Hi Michelle, how's it going? Hey, you can hear me?
I can.
Oh, awesome, awesome. How you doing today? I'm good. How you doing?
Good, good.
Now, what is barefoot in the sand? I'm curious.
What is Barefoot in the Sand?
Yeah.
I, I am an ambassador of change, basically.
Oh, okay.
And what I do is I inspire people to have a look at their life, how it's going for them, what changes they're looking to make in their life,
Okay.
and I help them.
Oh, awesome.
And in many aspects, on a spiritual level, on an emotional level,
Oh, okay.
physical level.
Oh, wow.
I do it all, and I've aligned myself with a company that their purpose and mission really fits in well with mine.
Okay.
And this company's called Nikan. Have you heard of them?
What's it called?
Nikan.
How do you spell that?
Nikkan.
Nikken. No, I have not heard of them.
That's amazing because it is a wellness diet.
Okay.
There's not an awful lot of it. That's not meat, is it?
What's that?
Beef fat.
Oh, it's probably because I'm at the mall and it's the the music and stuff in the background.
Okay.
Usually I use my earphones, but I can actually hear you. Sometimes the other day I was at another mall and I couldn't hear anything, so I had to use my earphones. But I can actually hear you today, so it's not too bad.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time hearing you because
Uh-oh, that's not good.
no.
Uh, I don't even know. Let me see here. Sometime I know last time I tried to put my earphones on midway through and it wouldn't work because Zoom has to like read them. We'll see if it'll work. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh, oh, that's better. Yesterday I tried to do this midway through and it didn't work. I was like this the whole time. I could barely even hear her. So. Oh yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. Yeah. Oh wow. Oh, that makes sense. That's because that's what I thought. I was like, what nationality is that? Nikan. Okay. From Japan. Okay. Oh wow. You can actually speak Japanese, or do you just only know that part? Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, my brother's been working. He just finished. He was 5 years in Bangkok at the embassy. So I don't know if he learned any language over there while he was there, but I mean, he was there long enough, so I'm sure he picked up a little bit. Awesome. Yeah. Well, this is perfect. We actually have we signed up somebody. I think it was 2 months ago, maybe a month ago. She's with Juva, and it's very similar too. They just broke into Canada and they sell a lot of health products too, but they're mostly like silver stuff, like silver based, like for water and stuff on your phone, and to try to like sort of like wellness too. I don't know what type of products Nikon sells, but Juva was kind of neat. It's more water-based stuff and health. Well, I didn't really look to see what other than they got some pills and for supplements and stuff, but I didn't really look to see what else they had. But yeah, there's a lot of companies breaking into Canada, so it's good to get on the ground floor, right? Oh wow. Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm sure. Yeah. No, go ahead. I didn't want me to cut you off there. Sorry about that. Go ahead. Okay. Awesome. Oh, tell me about it. My dad just last year went through a bunch of things, so I'm on a diet health kick right now because I don't want to end up like him. So I know totally what you mean. Nope. That's right. That's right. Exactly. Exactly. That's right. Nice. Well, they would know what to do in Japan because that's where most people live to over 100 years old. So they know what's going. They know what something's working over there, right? So, yeah, that's right. Well, I basically contacted you, Michelle, because we have a vehicle that could probably help you with that. I don't know if you can see the screen that I'm sharing with you, but basically what it is like I said, we just had a lady that does something similar, but obviously not the exact same products that you sell. And so basically what you would do is would you consider yourself a wellness life coach? So let's just say put that in there. So somebody would say if they're looking to, sort of like myself, they're looking to get healthy and live like you mentioned, a little healthier lifestyle and all that stuff. They'd put it in the description. They put looking to get healthy and all that stuff, and through nutrition, like you said, and healing the body. And they would put in there a bunch of different stuff, maybe, and then they'd maybe say like how much they're willing to spend or what they have, and they would put it towards the business. Meaning, if they have a certain budget, they would put it in here, and they would say, Michelle, let's pick 3 dates and times that we can kind of go over things and talk about the opportunity or the products, and they would submit it to the business community. And this is how it would look on your end. I won't submit it because it would actually go live, so we don't want to submit it, but I'll show you some examples here. So this one's an example for cleaning. So it'll be the subject, the description. Now on our network here, we don't use an exact address until you actually start communicating with the person, so we just use a postal code in a city. Now most of our clientele comes from community leagues, kids sports teams and stuff like that. So when they're talking with their teams on our network, They can't be tracked like on Facebook. We only use a postal code, or sorry, an email address and a postal code, so they can't tell how old the kid is, if he's 6, 72. So you don't have to worry about that. The privacy on our network is really high. Our owner prides himself on that, and they put the time frame and budget. So as soon as you see that, the lead, you just reply. We save all your information, is all saved on your profile, so you just kind of click your experience and your signature and then respond to the lead. Now our biggest deal so far on our network didn't come through a request like I just showed you. It came on our community network. So what that is basically like Facebook. The only difference between Facebook and our community network is that on Facebook there's no real like guidelines. People spam it like crazy. The only people that can post on our network are our business owners. So in the middle we have our moderator Jack. So we got so you can click on the right side. There's the business owners posting. So as soon as you click on their post, it goes right to their profile. So they got all their information there. And if you have a website, they can click to the website. They can do business with you on the website or through our app. You have the choice. And we got our rating system here. He doesn't have any ratings. What we also recommend is that you create a community for yourself, so you can add your current customers and then add new ones coming in. So it's sort of like a Facebook page, but you can add discussion events, a bunch of bulletin boards, a bunch of cool things on here, and then just post like what you're working on, what your promotions are. Just keep posting, so that way when you keep posting, more people will click on it. It's just like just to get your name out there, and obviously the picture's worth 1,000 words. They can see it a lot better. And you can post jobs on here. So like you said, if you're looking for good quality people to join your organization, you can post it on here. And you can also search for people posting jobs as well. If you need anything, or if you want to post on there, you can do that as well. There's multiple ways you can post on our network here. And just show you an example there. And we also have reports. So for the max 10 categories, you can check each funnel to see which one's working for you. You can track it by the month, week, and however long you want to look at it. And like I mentioned before, we have a rating system. The only difference between our rating system and Facebook, Yelp, Google, all those other ones, is the only time somebody can actually rate you is unless they've done business with you. So say if they buy some products off you, then they can go on there and rate you. If you just quote them for your coaching or for your products or whatever, they can't go on there and give you 1 star because they didn't like your cost. And on the other hand, your friends and family can't go on there and give you 5 stars either. So it's a real rating system, which I really like. And we also have a suggestion box. Customers can go on there and suggest, ask questions, all that good stuff on there. Now your business is mostly, do you actually go meet them in person, or is it mostly like online? Dauphin, Manitoba, it says. Is that like, how small of a town is that? I've heard of it before, but I don't know how big it is. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, really? Okay. What's it called? Country Fest? Oh, okay. I'm not a country music fan, but I don't mind some of the artists, but I'm not, my parents are more, so they like country, but they're more like old school country, so, because the new country is more poppy now. It's not really country anymore, if you ask me, but like, who it is, yeah. Yeah, well, not my, like, yeah, for me, it would be my parents, like Hank Williams and guys like that, and Johnny Cash is totally different from the country now, right? So, yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Exactly. So the reason I asked, oh, yeah, go ahead. It's basically, it's more for networking. And it's like, what the way I like to call it is skip the dishes, but for everything. So you can basically go on our platform and plan your wedding, an event, make requests for everything, and we'll have everything on here. So that's how I like to kind of explain it, right? So, yeah. And yeah, so for every category, so you got your expertise here. So on your profile, you would put Like I can go anywhere online, but then this is for your expertise. This is how far you're willing to drive, right? So these are examples for like moving companies, 200 kilometers, plumbing, 600 kilometers, renos, 60 kilometers. So you put your parameters as far as you'd want to drive to meet a customer. So that way you wouldn't get, if you don't want to go out of Manitoba, you won't get like all these requests. So your inbox won't get flooded by people from across Canada, so you wouldn't have to go through everything. If you wanted to, you could. That's why I recommend when you, on your business profile here, you put, I'm willing to drive this far, but I can work with people online, obviously anywhere, right? So you put that, and I don't know if you have a website, but we can link it to your profile, sort of like this. It's sort of an example right here, so they can click right through it, to it, I should say. Now your signature here would be obviously like sort of like your email, so your name, your phone number, your email address. If you have any social media, you can put as much stuff on there as you can, so that way people can kind of click and kind of look at all the cool stuff that you have. And yeah, that's pretty much what it looks like. Excuse me. Do you have any questions so far? Get Us. This has been around since 2013. Our owner and founder, Bruce, owned, still does, hotel in the ice fields in Alberta. And he just one day was having a hard time finding somebody to change his light bulbs and do odds and ends around the hotel. And so he just had a brainstorm of creating this app so he could start building a community of different services to help, people get things done, right? So that's where it kind of started. And we're right across Canada now, and we just launched in the US last month, or 2 months ago, I think now. So we're going right across the US this year, so he's reinvesting everything in here, so we're growing as fast as we can here. Now we have a monthly and yearly package. For the monthly, it's $100, $99 registration fee for the site for your business profile. And then for basic, it's $23.25 up to $39.92 for the pro. The pro is pretty much just if you have a website, because it makes you look more professional. We can link the website in there. Now we also have invoicing on our app. So what that is when you're say you meet somebody face to face, you can actually invoice them on the app right then and there. And we are actually working on right now to add accounting software to it as well. That should be in there within the next month or so. They're just kind of ironing out the bugs right now. So we're always adding to our app and making it easier for small business owners and people that travel a lot and meet customers on the go. The only difference between, like I said, the yearly and the monthly is that on the monthly, after 5 free leads, so that means responding to 5, that doesn't mean looking at 5 and not responding to them. So after 5 free leads on the monthly plan, it's $2 every time you respond to one. But on the the yearly plan, everything's included. So you can talk to 100, 200, 300 people and it won't cost you $2 every time. So it's a little easier that way. And the other thing is, since your company is like I said, I haven't heard of it before, so our sales and marketing team will actually help you as well. I know that for Juva, the other lady that was launched on our site here, we didn't have any of hers, so included in the yearly package, we'll have the sales and marketing team help you as well. So it won't be like an additional $500; it'll just be included in the price. So, because our whole goal is to help people grow their business, not to just get the money from them and just leave them there, right? So. We have what we'll do is we'll create one on here for you, but what we can do is we have I'm always I'm actually talked to people, I forget how many in the last month, I think 3 or 4 just that build websites. So you can send a request through our network and they'll give you a deal because they're obviously members, right? So, but we'll build you one on the profile if you don't have one. And but then if you want one, you just make a request. And I know we signed one up, I think 3 months ago. And then I'm working with 2 or 3 different ones right now to try to get them on, because I keep telling them we have so many business owners that don't have websites. It's unbelievable this day and age that there's so many business owners that don't have websites. So you're not the only one. So I'm always talking to business or website developers and SEO guys all the time to try to get them to help my customers. So. Yeah, we do. It's getassist.com. And what I'll do, Michelle, is I'll send you up a follow-up email with some more information that you can check out with some links in that. And then I'll follow up with you after you've gone through all that. And yeah, we'll figure out what the next step is. I only have the numbers for Edmonton. So for Edmonton area, we have 50,000 social members and just under 10,000 businesses. Now I know we have an office in Winnipeg, so I could get those numbers for you, but I don't have those right now. Obviously, I'm just sales, so I'm not don't have the exact details. So, how far are you from Winnipeg? Oh, okay. Okay. Well, yeah, exactly. So this would benefit you, I think, enormously. And then if we can get you a website, that would definitely help as well, right? And this is a totally different from Facebook because people aren't. And all those other sites because they're not actually looking for you, especially because they're looking for the service. But then if you post, like I mentioned, I suggest once you get running, because even if you until you get your website, even if you just do your community, like make your own community. That's almost like a website in itself, right? Like it's like sort of like a Facebook page. So that's presence right there, a little bit more presence on the network right there until you get your website up and going, right? Just to educate people about Nikan, because like I said, I never heard of it before. So I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that never heard of it before. So for sure. Well, if they're right across. If they start in Japan and they're growing across North America, they're definitely doing something right. So 20 countries. Wow. Oh yeah, definitely. I'll have to check it out. Is it like nikan.com or how would you? Okay, perfect. Oh, so you do have a web page then? Oh, okay, awesome. Okay. Oh, what's the other business? Is that just coaching? Okay. Maybe I think I have some of those. I've had a rough last year, so. Oh yeah. That's cool. Yeah, no, I've followed a lot of that stuff because I used to listen to Coast to Coast AM, so a lot of those people go on there. So I follow a lot of the guests been on that show, and it's definitely cool some of the stuff that people can do. It's unreal, but with what comes to that kind of stuff, past lives and clearing and resolving everything, and it's amazing. Yeah. Oh no, for sure. Yeah, definitely. Oh no, I totally agree. Like I had some coaching years ago, and if it wasn't for that, I would have been. Because back then, like if I was telling them, I had a meeting with a customer yesterday. I said if I would be the same guy I was when I went in the military at 21 that I am now, I don't think I'd be here right now, because I would be like the stuff I went through in the last year, and I would have handled it totally different. So it's I totally agree on that. So, but. Oh really? Oh wow. Okay. Oh, nice. Oh, nice. That's awesome. I was just telling. I met up with a real estate flipper yesterday, and we were talking about that. My dad, when years ago, when his aunt, his uncle, or my great uncle passed away, and she was selling the farm. My dad was gonna buy it for, I think it was like $30,000, and he didn't do it because he was worried that his cousins would not, be jealous or whatever. And some German guy bought it, subdivided it because it was on a lake or a river, I should say. Made a fortune. So, yeah, I know. So I know those can be a pretty penny, especially if it's got lakefront property. So, well, that's Michelle. You can put all that on here. So I would, and since you've got all that, I would suggest getting the max category, because then you can do everything. You can do your coaching business, you can do your you can do this, because I had just a customer a couple months ago just signed on just to look for the big deal. Like he says he only looks for $1 million transactions, like buying businesses and that. So I mean, he's just on there just in case, like networking, just to see what's out there. So you never know who you're gonna run into, because we've got construction companies on here. Like, you never know who's looking at what, right? So that's what I mean. It's just a small investment for that. If $500 can sell you a parcel of land, or can get you a bunch of customers for either your coaching business or your Nikan business, you never know, right? Like, it's, so. That's correct. Yeah, Canadian funds. Yeah, we're at Alberta, so yeah, it's Canadian. Oh, nice. That's where I live. Yeah, I live in Leduc too. I just moved in with my buddy. I live on Athabascan, just off Corinthia, there on the top of the hill there by the McLeod Center, and it's not too far from the hospital and all that. So. Okay. Oh, 10. Wow. Oh, yeah, I hope not. No, I figured that. Oh, I know. My cousin had 8, so I know all about it. My mom wants me to have some. My own brother has 2. She wants more grandkids. I'm like, well, Mom, it takes 2 to tango, so. Yeah, that exactly. Well, some people do, right? And they just take advantage of the system, right? So. Like, you could be a